Thank you all, first of all, for the tremendous show of support. I'm sure that I speak for the rest of my colleagues here at CHI St. Luke's Health, as well as the other hospitals, that was much more than we were expecting. My name is Tyler Whitkey. I'm the Director of Mission and Spiritual Care here at CHI St. Luke's Health in the Woodlands. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to come back and gather with us here so that we can offer a blessing over the hard work that you and your teams have done and you continue to do as you serve our communities. Our mission is to improve the health of the people we serve and to make the healing presence of God known in our world. And we could not do that without your support and without your partnership in this healing ministry. And so to start our time together this evening, I would like to invite Sheriff Grant Henderson to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Tyler. Before we say the pledge, I'd just like to ask each of you to think of those that are overseas, that are fighting for our country, for our first responders that were here today participating in the parade, but also think of our country and the medical professionals that are keeping us safe and putting their lives in risk on the front line. So if you would face the American flag and address it to me, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
And now State Senator Brandon Creighton will lead us in the Texas state flag pledge.
Good afternoon. Please join me in the pledge to the great and sovereign state of Texas. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
And now I'm going to invite Jim Parisi, who is the hospital president and CEO, to come and say a few words.
Thank you, Tyler. Again, Jim Parisi, I'm the president here of CHI St. Luke's, the Woodlands. And let me just first say that I was overwhelmed walking into the parking lot coming from the emergency department to see all of you, the sheriff's deputies, constables, fire department, everybody that came out. And of course, our frontline workers, our healthcare workers. But many times we don't really think of ourselves as frontline workers. At least I'm an old ER nurse. I still call myself old, but it's just something that I don't think I ever really thought of as being a frontline worker. But something like this COVID crisis really changes things for the good, I think. And I can't thank you enough for everything every one of you do individually, collectively. Our community is so fortunate to have all of you here. It's just overwhelming to see the support of each other. In our hospital, I think almost every single day, somebody from the community has donated food or drinks or something fun, surgical masks, N95 masks, PPE, personal protective equipment. This is something that I would have never thought I would ever see at the level that we see it every single day. And you forget about the simple things in life, just going to the grocery store, grabbing a gallon of milk, or I hate to say it these days, toilet paper or paper towels. You take those things for granted, and when you see something like this happen, you really realize how sensitive everything is and how interconnected it is. But I wanted to get up here and just say my personal thanks to every single one of you for putting your lives on the line. Whether you're on the streets, or you're in the emergency department, or you're in the ICU, or really on one of our nursing units upstairs, it's just overwhelming to think what every single one of you do, what you sacrifice daily, what your families sacrifice daily for you being here, the stress that all of you are under, the stress that they have at home. It's just, again, it's overwhelming. I'm often asked if I'll get up and go take a picture with people bringing the PPE in or some of these other things that have happened. And frankly, I'd much prefer one of my frontline staff to be the ones to receive that because they're the ones that really truly deserve that recognition. So I do want to thank Senator Creighton. Thank you for coming. Constable DeForest, thank you. And Sheriff Henderson as well. And Lieutenant Spencer, I think I saw you somewhere. There you are. I met you earlier. And can't thank you enough for what you've organized today. And the honor it is to be able to recognize every single one of you for all you do. So, are you going to come back up and talk, Lieutenant Spencer, or am I handing it back over to you? You want to say something? Come on up.
Sorry, thank you. We'll do that. I just want to say thank you, as it was echoed by the others, that thank you to the healthcare professionals. Y'all on the front lines every day during this pandemic, and we're blessed to have you there. We're blessed to be able to rely on you. And we're blessed to live in the county that we do, and the leaders that we have that are up here now, and all the agencies. This was easy. All I did was put the call out, and they jumped on it. Quick, fast, and efficient. We had over 30 agencies, fire, EMS, and law enforcement, constables, the local PDs, everyone to ended up being over 70 cars over a mile long. Just wanted to say thank you. And that was just here on this side. We did the same thing on the east side as well. So again, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much. God bless, and thank you to the leadership that we have in this county and to these elected officials here. We couldn't do it without them as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
So as I was trying to find an appropriate Bible verse for this evening, because I've never written anything for a gathering like this, I stumbled across 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 12. And it reads, "We don't know what to do, but our eyes are on thee." And in that larger passage, there is a king of the Israelites, his name is King Jehoshaphat. And he's praying to God because three of his rival nations, they've all combined forces and they are coming to attack the Hebrew people. And they are vastly outnumbered, and the king knows to pray to God and ask for help. And at the end of it all, he says, "We don't know what to do, but our eyes are on you." And if your work life has been anything like our work life here over the past month or so, I'm sure there have been times when we don't know what to do. Because policies and practices and procedures have been changing on a daily and sometimes an hourly basis. And there's no definite end date in sight for all this. And it's definitely taken a toll on all of us. And speaking for myself, I've said more than once, I don't know what to do. And as we read through the rest of that chapter of 2 Chronicles, we see that because the Israelites kept their eyes on God, they made it through that trial. And when they focused on what was important and allowed that to become their guiding star, they survived and they went on to thrive. Today, I invite you to remain focused on God, or whatever your higher power is, as we continue to navigate these waters together. And I would also like to offer a blessing upon you for the work that you and your teams do day in and day out for the well-being of our community. If you wouldn't mind pausing for a moment of prayer with me. God of life and love, we are gathered here this evening as men and women who are charged with protecting and preserving the well-being of our community. It is a holy and a sacred task that we do not take lightly. God, I ask your blessing on the work that these first responders and their colleagues do. They have to make difficult decisions each day. I ask that you would bless them with the wisdom and discernment that they need. I ask that you would bless them with courage in the face of uncertainty. I ask that you would bless them with the knowledge that you are with them always. God, please keep our first responders emotionally strong, but spiritually tender when they are confronted by the brokenness around them. Give them your peace as they deal with the pain and suffering of others, and at times experience injustice. May they have compassion for those whose lives are broken, and may they demonstrate kindness to them. God, as our first responders watch over us and respond to the needs in our community, please keep them alert and always ready. Keep them sharp, confident, and prepared in every way. Be with their families as they work long hours. Send your Holy Spirit upon them to strengthen their resolve and to offer comfort to them when they need to be comforted. Above all else, God, we ask that you would keep them safe from harm as they work to make your world a better place. When they're not sure what to do, help them to keep their eyes on you. Be with them now and always. Amen. Thank you all so much. I know that I speak for the rest of my colleagues when I say we could not do this work without you. You are truly amazing. Go forth knowing that you're loved, and be blessed. Amen.